We're going to have a look at the main screen in Repeat Signage. So for a start, there's a number of tabs along the top, and the welcome screen just gives you some big buttons of quickly going to various sections like creating presentations or playlists, repeatserver.com, which is our free service for hosting files and creating RSS feeds, and also for getting started. So we'll just click on each one of those in turn and look at them. So when I click on presentations, it's taken to the presentations tab. And then we've just got various options for like creating new presentations, opening existing ones, etc. The next tab along is playlists. Now, what a playlist is when you've created a presentation, you might want to say have different presentations playing on different days of the week. So you might have, let's say you're in a restaurant and you have a different menu on a Monday and a different menu on a Tuesday, etc. So you can create like 7 presentations and then use a playlist to actually schedule those presentations to happen at different times of the week. Repeatserver.com. Now I've actually added a Repeat Server account, so this screen is showing me all my files that are actually hosted there. So this allows you to do remote updating, and it's actually a feature of the standard and professional editions. And this one isn't actually available in the the light edition of Repeat Signage. Next tab along is Touch. Now you can create touchscreen presentations, and I'd advise you to use F1 for help. And whenever you press F1 on your keyboard and click on this help link, it shows you context sensitive help. So when I click on this one, it's showing me about touchscreens, and then there's a whole overview there on how to create touchscreen presentations. I'll go to the next tab, Startup. Again, the help page is completely specific to the particular tab. So if you're on a particular tab and you press F1 on your keyboard for help, it will actually show you information specifically to that particular tab. And it's the same with any Repeat Signage screen. Every single tab and every single screen has got its own help page. Now this Startup tab allows you to specify by clicking on settings which presentation to play when this computer starts. Now you don't want to do this on a machine you're designing on, it's more for the sort of final player machine. There's also a few options down here like this button, change Windows to start without a login screen, so there's information on there, and how to disable your screensaver and power management. So when we click on things like these buttons, it just quickly opens up the operating system screens for you to make your life easier. So at the moment I'm on Windows Vista, but if I was Windows 8 it would open up the equivalent screen on that operating system for you. Next tab is Monitors. Now this just shows you all the screens you've got attached to your system, and I can use this refresh button if I've changed. So if I plugged in, let's say, a second screen, I'd be able to see both screens actually on the system, and then that's useful when you're creating multi-screen presentations in Repeat Signage Professional. There's also this icon here. If I click on it, it just opens the display settings for my particular operating system. So in this case it's Windows Vista again. Next tab is Training. This just gives you a few quick links to help you getting started. So like creating your first presentation is just a help page on that. And there's also a link to our free online video training. So if I click on that link, it will just show you all the current videos that we have available to help you getting started with Repeat Signage. And then the final tab on the system is prerequisites. Now it's things like Adobe Flash Player. We have a number of Flash controls such as the Flash RSS and the Flash Banner control, and they require the Adobe Flash Player to actually be installed, which is completely free of charge, and you can just click on the Adobe link to actually install that. If you've got an older version of Windows, like in this case I've got a Windows Vista, you just need to make sure you're on the latest version of Internet Explorer, and obviously you can go to the Microsoft website to do that. The PowerPoint viewer is used if you're using our PowerPoint viewer scheduler control, so you need to have the free Microsoft viewer installed. Windows Media Player is used when you use the video control and the audio control, so you just need to also make sure you're up to date on that as well. If there are any problems, then you do get a message on the front screen as well, but it's normally only when you first install Repeat Signage. There's just a little bit of information on your system down here. So I'm on Vista Business 32-bit Service Pack 2, and it just shows me physical memory as well. While we're actually looking at this, if you click on Help and Get Computer Information, it will actually give you a summary of all this information, which is quite useful from a support point of view. In the likely event you did have a problem, you can actually email this to the support people at Repeat Signage, and that just gives them a bit more information on your system and what's installed. because sometimes there are problems with playing videos, etc. if you've not got particular codecs for the videos you're using, and that's quite useful. So that's just a really quick overview of the tabs on the Repeat Signage main screen.